Congressman John Rutherford spoke about safety and security, telling the president in that same meeting that it is always a multi-layered approach. And they got into a bit of a back and forth about gun-free zones, with the former Jacksonville sheriff saying that they create soft targets and defenseless people.
That's why I carry concealed, so that I can protect myself, I can protect my family who might be with me, and I can protect all of those around me who choose not to carry a firearm.
But you're not allowed concealed in a gun-free zone.
No, well,
so what do you do?
You can't carry in those areas, and so you're
the only.
I mean, I'm at will like everybody else. So that's why
they are the most dangerous places.
Exactly,
zones.
And that's why we need to look at, I think, going back to the concealed carry issue of national reciprocity.
I just don't think you're going to get it approved. You're not going to get concealed carry approved. Amy and Diane,
you're right,
and a lot of other people. People may consider, they're never going to consider it, but people may consider it, but they're not going to consider it in this bill. All it's going to mean, if you
we don't want to do away with gun-free zones.
As far as I'm concerned, I would, and I would do it with the military.
When I walk in.
In fact, I'm looking to get rid of gun-free zones in the military. We have military bases with gun-free zones, and we had 5 incredible soldiers, 3 of whom were championship shooters, that were nowhere near their gun, and this whack job walked in and killed all of them. And they were defenseless, and if they had their guns, he would have been gone in a second.
And every time I walk into someplace carrying concealed, I end a gun-free zone.
It was a lively give and take, as you heard there. Joining us on the phone now from Washington right now, Representative Rutherford. Congressman, thanks for joining us. You have co-sponsored a bipartisan bill called the Stop School Violence Act. Did you get to tell the president everything you really wanted to say today?
Yes, we did, Mary. Thank you. And Kent, good to be with y'all. Yeah, it was, you know, I wanted to make the point that you have these multi-layered security opportunities. Number one, in our bill, the Stop School Violence Act of 2018, we focus on the facility in crime prevention through environmental design. We also focus on educating students, teachers, and officers on those telltale signs to look for in these children who, you know, are becoming a danger to themselves or others, and then providing through this bill also the opportunity for schools to set up anonymous tip zones so that when they do see those telltale signs, the warning signs, they can actually call in and report that. And then finally, the federal government will provide funding to help with implementation of all of that.
Yeah.
And then the issue of getting the guns out of the hands of bad guys came up. And the point that I was making was, look, in fact, what I said exactly was, we talked about those areas where there are no guns. And the reason I carry a concealed firearm everywhere I go is because I don't know where those gun-free zones are that I might be walking through at the mall, at a donut shop, which was kind of halfway a joke, or wherever I might be. And so, look, gun-free zones, I'm not talking about legal, certified gun-free zones like courthouses and things like that. And that's why when the president asked me, well, what do you do in those areas? Well, you can't carry there. I can't carry there either. So I'm at will like everybody else.
Well, Congressman, I know that the president seems to support your bill, and I read that you have support from 16 other lawmakers throughout the state of Florida. So what about nationally? Is this getting bipartisan support coast to coast?
Yeah, yes, we are, Kent. It's looking very good. I know the leadership is very positive about it. Of course, you mentioned the president is supportive. So I think we have a very good chance of getting this done, mainly because, you know, and this is one of the things that the president keeps talking about. Look, we need some things that are actionable, some things that we can do and get moving on quickly. And these are certainly some very important moves that we can make. And I think we have good bipartisan support across the country. And I've talked to many people about this bill, and we've garnered a lot of support. You know, sadly enough, the first Democrat that I approached to be an original co-sponsor of the bill when I dropped it or filed it was Ted Deutsch, and it's just heartbreaking what he's going through.
His district is there in Parkland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congressman, thank you so much. We will be following this, of course.
Yeah, and right now on news4jax.com, you can read more about Congressman Rutherford's Stop School Violence Act of 2018. You can also find the uncut video of him making that announcement earlier this week.